everyone, and welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at a best of 3 series of professional StarCraft 2, a Zerg versus Zerg series starting off on the map Solaris. Here, in the upper right corner, the red drones, the red hatchery, but most importantly, that red spawning pool belonging to Solar. And the blue Zerg in the bottom left, the unsuspecting opponent and or victim, it is DRG. Who's going for a macro play? Uh-oh. Solar, not only is it a 12 pool, but it's a drone. Pulling a drone, you say? I think it's 2 options. Either a proxy hatchery, which he's just about got the money for, or a spine crawler, is my hunch, my guess. DRG saw that though. A drone is coming down. Drone meets drone. Solar over 400 minerals now. Definitely has the money. Looks like he's opting to take it at the natural, though. The drone will make... Oh, I think he wants a spine. He does want a spine. Had to do a little bit of micro. A little bit of dodging around. So the spine crawler will go down. The lings, though, not quite here in time to really... help it, though. Perhaps the spine is meant to just be a distraction. The lings starting to damage that hatchery down below. More drones pulled off the line here. And now the drone gets to help out with the combat. We don't normally get to see a drone join the 12 pool party. Dang, Solar, 14 lings out on the map here. DRG stacking the workers. Might be trying to get some damage done at last. Battle is joined. More reinforcement lings from DRG. Solar? He's still got the ling count, but with the queen popping out, it is definitely over. DRG, overall, solid defense. I think only losing 2. Yeah. Only losing 2 drones, not losing that hatchery. Both of the queens on the low ground. I don't think they should be in any trouble. The only fear at this point would have been if Solar had ling speed and was able to get a full surround on them both, but there is no ling speed, not enough Zerglings out to accomplish this. Which means DRG should be relatively safe here. Neither of them actually getting ling speed just yet. Have to see what's in store. What is awaiting us in this bug-flavored mid-game. I see an Evo chamber. Total ling counts. I mean, you know, I don't know if it was really that good for Solar. Killing 2 drones, okay, we can talk about that, but it's only 2 drones. And DRG is still up 6, 7-ish at this current time. Solar, I think, right to make a bit of a wall, play it a little safely, carefully. Let's get roaches out. DRG, likewise, doesn't have to be as careful, though. Don't need to make sure that wall is completely cleared out. DRG has map control at this time. Get that Evo chamber, +1 attack. The roach warren about halfway done. The lair. Now that's a good discrepancy here. Solar not getting the lair nearly as quickly, which means DRG might be able to get a nice advantage with that roach speed. Neither of them going for ling speed, nonetheless still going to get a scout off. See that natural head up into the main base, lair timing. Don't know when it started, but you know Solar's lair still working. Meanwhile, DRG's is done. Roach speed on the way. Evo chamber helping to complete that wall. Almost a complete wall off. Almost full. Queen will be able to plug that up and handle that though. Overlord desperately trying to escape from one of the miraculously slightly faster than the Overlord's movement speed units there. Oh my god, does he get away? Sitting on the high ground. Roach is out for DRG. Roach is on the way for Solar. Get ready for some acidic saliva, guys. Roach speed though, and the +1. DRG could leverage this. If this works out for DRG, hit right as those two are finishing. Overseer, doing all the look in. Third base, on the way for them both. Feels like a very safety-focused third base, though. Everybody wanted roaches, everybody wanted those upgrades on the way. Make sure that nothing bad was happening. It's like, okay, fine. Now I can take my third base. +1 and Roach speed finishing up for DRG, who is just now moving out onto the map. Which means he might still have the advantage, but it won't be for nearly as much time here. Army supply. 19 roaches to the 15 of Solar. DRG gonna quickly close that distance, get on top of the group. The Queens are here to support though. Transfuses going out. Solar keeping those roaches alive for just a brief few seconds more, which is going to make all the difference, it seems. And now, with the roach speed, +1 finishing for Solar, that ground is evened up. More drones on the way for them both. Ready to saturate that third base. And nobody's dead yet. A ZvZ has successfully gone longer than not just 3 minutes, but 6. What a miracle. Unheard of, I say. Not unheard of, but definitely intriguing. Neither of them wanted to really play with Zerglings and Banelings, though. They kind of both just silently agreed after the shenanigan-filled first 2 minutes to go up into roaches. Ooh. Solar, the first to show burrow and tunneling claws being researched here. Okay. Solar might be the one trying to get sneaky then. DRG just focusing on those upgrades, getting more roaches. Drone count in favor of Solar. DRG appears to have cut around 50. Which, you know, the next fight's going to be the difference. If DRG can utilize this extra army supply, get that advantage, go for a kill move, great. Win. Victory on the board. However, if DRG's attack fails, Solar survives. Solar gets some damage done on the other side of the map. Well, those extra drones are going to come quite in handy for the next round, aren't they? Solar just trying to flood as many roaches as possible. The army supply actually almost evened up. Upgrades in favor of DRG at this exact moment, though. Armor's about to finish up the Biles, not connecting just yet. Roach is being called back home by Solar. DRG has him up against the wall, but that is where prey is at its most deadly. A Ravager dying to corrosive bile. DRG having a pretty decent arc. Solar's roaches out on the map, opting to go across. Queen's here to support once again. Solar has the high ground, but DRG looks like he has the numbers. It might just be too much. A skirmish on the other side, and Overseer's already set and prepped for those tunneling claw roaches. And DRG, with a swift strike, is going to take map number 1. For map number 2, we find ourselves on Hecate. The blue Zerg here in the upper right, taking map number 1 with not just a strong timing, but a tenacious force. It is DRG. Everybody's building a drone. Alright, fine. And the red Zerg, attempting a rather aggressive opener, not quite working out. Can he bring it back? It is Solar. Oh, a macro opener, everybody. Making drones, spawning pools where they belong, which is, of course, non-existence at this exact moment. Hatcheries slap down at that natural, aka the Natchery. Yes. Will the overlords meet? No, it does not look like it. They might see each other, though. The vision. Yeah, they both might peer into the visions. Hey, what's your name? I don't know if the others name their overlords or not. I think we'll go with Otto for Solar and Oscar, because it has to be an O, obviously. Spotting the Ursidac, the local fauna, flora, gas, pool, everything dreadfully fine. Even the spawning pools in the same spot practically, right at that ramp entrance. Ugh, guys, so normal, so standard. It gives me a brief moment, I suppose, to say hello, beautiful viewer. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a fine day. Hope nothing bad has happened. No catastrophes for you to deal with. Can just sit back, relax, enjoy a little battle of the bugs. Overlords peeking at the hatchery. The Natchery timings. Might be heading back. They see that hatch a wiggle, which means the queen is gonna jiggle your overlord butt out of here. There we go. We made it. The connection. It was a stretch, though. The initial Zerglings now heading out onto the map. DRG making a few extras, it looks like. 4? No, Solar now getting those missing 2. Or just at a different time. Solar wanting to get the initial 2 out, send them across. DRG's 4, quite a bit behind now. This hatchery might be threatened, might feel slightly insecure at the insults those Zerglings are hurling at it. I see a Bane nest for them both, which means this game is liable to look very different. Ling Bane is the focus. Things could end quickly with haste. Solar's Lings, the dance ensues. Ah yes, at least they're different colors. You can tell them apart. Ling speed finishing up for DRG just a fraction of a second faster here. And that Bane nest finishing a fraction of a second slower for DRG likewise. Roach Warren actually immediately thrown down for DRG. Solar not throwing down the Roach Warren. Never mind. There we go. The Ling speed is done, which means now these chases between the Lings are high speed. No room for error, much less caution to be thrown around. Are they really planning to make Roaches? Are the Banes just for safety? Miss Solar's making another Bane here. It might not just be for safety. The Lings quickly speed their way into the mineral and pick off 2 drones. Quickly go down. There is a queen here for the defense. Well, not for long. Oh, the queen tries to target down the Bane. A manual detonation may be needed. DRG's Banes rushing to the defense. 10 Roaches on the way for DRG as well. Solar flooding Lings though, just a handful of Roaches in response. DRG, are you sending the Roaches across? I don't know if I agree with that, not with the amount of Zerglings that could be out on the map. If the Lings were to catch the Roaches en route to Solar's base, that's a much easier kill. The Roaches need to stay together. Buddy system. Get you and your nearest 10 friends. Hold hands. Chain yourselves together. I don't care what you do. But don't go out alone. Evo chamber up at the wall. DRG. What are we looking at now? 17 Lings. 10 Roaches. Lings opting to try and get in. Some of them will. I don't even think the queen should die. There's enough Roaches for the defense here. Solar looking to be fine so far. Looks like just a couple of drones died. Roaches here for the defense though. Solar with the high Ling count, committing to a lot more Zerglings. And more roaches, oh lord. Well, Solar just looking to be up on the army supply, go for a kill move. Drone count slightly lower, of course, 40 to 44. Can Solar get up the ramp here? The Baneling detonates onto one roach. More roaches pouring up that ramp. Ling's gonna get up into the main base, pick off the queens, which means there's not gonna be enough forces at the third base to defend. Ravager cocoons being morphed in, and Solar looks like he is going to just take the map. Much more aggressive play, but not quite as early. Solar opting to get that Bane nest up, get some roaches out, cut that drone count at 40, and go for the throat. Onwards now to the grand finale. For the grand finale, we find ourselves on Site Delta. Here in the upper left corner will be DRG. And of course, the opponent in the bottom right, Solar. I don't know why I did the close-up. I told myself not to do the close-up. Oh lord. What is in store? Game 1, we saw a much more aggressive opener from Solar, opting to try and get a spine crawler out on the other side. DRG deflecting it though, able to keep that Natchery alive, minimal drone losses. Solar, map number 2 though, opting not to try and get the damage done that early, that quickly. Instead, focus a little bit more on drones, get that investment going, Bane Nest, Roach Warren, then go for the kill. Is it better? Is it working out better for Solar? We shall see. That's a gas before pool. Intriguing. Get your best face out, guys. Let's stare at this extractor. I don't know. Quickly saturated 3 gas. Solar might be going for some kind of maybe Ling speed play. Speed all in. Quick Roach Warren, quick Bane Nest. I don't know. Time will tell, will it not? The pool timing's about the same. Hatchery's fine. It's coming down to the gas. Let's check in with the Overlords. You remember their names, of course. DRG's is Oscar. I'm betting Oscar. I know it was Otto and Oscar, so that's what I'm going with. Will DRG spot this strange gas timing? Pulling off though right after Ling speed, so Solar was interested in a Ling speed play. DRG though, quickly Ling speed in response though. So Solar may not have as much of an advantage as I was initially leading you to believe. It might come down to other factors then. They're both still mining just a little bit of gas at a time. Could see the Bane Nest. Could just see a flood of Zerglings. DRG could make some drones at the wrong moment of the game today. Both opting for a third base. Third hatchery at least. I doubt they'll saturate it, at least right away, but a third hatchery of larvae, I should say. Lings will be forced away by that queen, who as soon as she turns her back, the Ling's right back to doing damage. Choking on my own water here. Water's supposed to help me, not hurt me, darn it. Roach Warren at the top of the ramp for Solar. Bane Nest on the way for DRG though. No Bane Nest for Solar. Ling speed finishes up for them both, just seconds apart. A few more Zerglings out for Solar though. Might try and get the third base, which would be pretty solid. Solar's been able to work on the third hatchery for quite a bit of time here. Lings rushing to the defense. There's a couple of Banelings coming up. Solar has to be a little bit careful. One wrong move, the Baneling can delete upwards of 10 to 20 Zerglings if the conditions are met. Right, the hatchery will go down, though the Baneling's a little bit out of position, and it looks like a scout is going to be successful in the main base. Just barely. Just seeing maybe the gas time at the drones, quick to respond, pincher to the face. That Zergling will not be able to report back to base what it saw. A lot of roaches coming out for Solar here. Using that quicker roach warren to get the advantage there. DRG is going to see it. Will a spine crawler be made? Doesn't look like it. At least not right here. The third hatchery might get canceled again, though. At the least, it's forcing some Zerglings out. With the roaches here to support, I think this hatchery is as good as gone. Canceled, drone killed off, Lings rushing right by the roaches. Banes? One of them's gonna go down. Roach. Morphing into a Ravager at a beautiful time here. Solar looking to potentially get the kill here. Reinforcement roaches from DRG. Not going to be enough on their own, though. The Lings might get a surround, pin them in place. Queens on the high ground and a spine crawler to support might be enough to keep DRG alive. This third hatchery, though, DRG's falling more and more behind. The extra larva kicking in for Solar now. More drones, more army, more power. Yes. Solar might be able to just take it. Not at this exact second, though. DRG's still alive. DRG's holding. Creep tumor going down. Able to connect these bases. Have some more queens supporting on the low ground. And a lair. We know what comes from the lair, guys. Yes, roach speed. That's the answer I was looking for. DRG's a fair bit behind. That roach speed may come out for Solar. A little bit of an advantage there. Upgrades, relatively even timing though. The advantage, I feel, really just comes down to this base. This hatchery for Solar has not died. The DRG actually lost a fully fledged hatchery and had to cancel another in progress, so DRG's probably a fair bit behind where he would want to be at this stage in the game. Queen angrily shooing the Overlord away. Get off my creep, she says. Overlord says, I was never on your creep, lady. I'm floating over here. You know what I mean. Overseer showing to DRG Solar's lair is done. Overseer's gonna spot all the things it needs to. Drone count? It looks like DRG's catching up at this point. Getting that third saturated. Solar, though, having that third done earlier. Having that third saturated earlier. Hope you brought your umbrella. Like, it's hitting the roaches as they come out. Look at that. Oh, man. Get it in your eyes. My mouth was open. Ugh. Solar treating his roaches right. Apparently give him a nice little creep shower on the way over to DRG's side of the map. Uh-oh. What happened here? Banes? Ah, two Banes waddle their way over. Looks like they got 6 drones. I think I saw the pop up. Yeah, Solar just not even reacting. Not even aware. Solar's focus is on the other side. There's a spine crawler here to support, not only emotionally though, not able to actually root as the acidic saliva is being thrown around, slung between these roaches. The army supply is just so much in favor of Solar, and unfortunately, the spine crawler will never know what it is to actually help out. Solar going to take map number 3, and with it, the series. Another edition of the Battle of the Bugs complete. Solar is the victor. and an entertaining series it was, I think. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.